Yogita, so good to finally meet here. There's been so much talk last year about corporate actions, and I'm pretty sure 2024 is going to be another year where clients will be asking me so much about corporate actions. Tell me, what are the main things which are really driving corporate actions? Because I just thought it was just a back office issue.
Wow. Well, first of all, it's good to meet you. So it's likewise. Corporate actions, what are the main things? I mean, corporate actions forever is all about risk mitigation and operational efficiency. Risk mitigation is something that affects any financial institution, front, middle, back. Operational efficiency, of course, is primarily impacting the back office because that's where the corporate actions processing takes place. And they want to do it as fast and as efficiently as possible, especially with the themes like T+1 settlements coming in. So that brings in a new dynamics that you can't settle a security if there's an open corporate actions event on it. So that'll put further pressure on the back offices. So that's by and large where it is. Besides that, the volumes are pretty high. I mean, just looking at our own database at 6, for a universe of about 10 odd million securities, we've had 10 million corporate action events.
Wow, that is
in a year.
Lot. And I presume at the moment it's all quite manual at the moment, lots of people doing that. So automation has to be the key going forward for 2024.
I mean, automation is always required. But at the same time, when you talk about corporate actions or post-trade corporate actions processing automation, these are big projects and they are big budget projects as well. So what it means is that our client organizations or intermediaries who are participant in this place, they're massive projects. They can't always have a project which will completely overhaul the whole place. So what it means is that they'll do it in bits and pieces. They will automate as much as possible, which has got a high return, high value first, and then they will automate the more complex aspect of it. So there will always be some degree of manual element that's going on in any financial institution in their journey towards automation.
I mean, just on that, in terms of budget costs at the moment, we've had a few clients who've said to us they've got multi-sources at the moment, different platforms feeding into that. Can SIX really be that one source that can really help financial institutions? This is a massive, massive exercise.
Well, I think, yes. I mean, before I say why should it be SIX, I would probably go one step back and ask the clients who are speaking to you and asking you that the budgets are getting cut. They need to rationalize. One place that they could think about rationalizing is multi-vendor sourcing for data. Now, traditionally, people have decided to go down multi-vendor sourcing because they felt they'll reduce the risk of any one provider missing the corporate action event. In today's day and age, when most of our data comes from in a more automated fashion, the risk of missing a corporate action event is becoming lesser and lesser and lesser. Also, a lot of us vendors, ourselves or our competition, we are all looking to source the data automatically in a machine-readable format. So I'll take our example now at 6. Our content strategies, our strategy to acquire content is very much whereby we source the data from a primary source. So I'm talking about sourcing the data from the exchange and the CSD. Now, if you have 2-3 providers, and in some fashion they're all picking up, say, North American data from NYSE, and you're comparing that data, I don't know how is that going to give you anything better, because if you're all getting it from the same place. So the key would be to go and ask your provider, where are you getting your data from? And then understand their content strategy and choose a vendor accordingly, a best option, whereby you are reducing your double spend, because otherwise you're spending twice, thrice for the same data set from the same source. So yes, as far as SIX is concerned, we are very much geared for that. We already have about 350 plus sources that we get data from, out of which almost 50 to 60% are direct sources, which means that they are data coming from the exchanges and the CSDs directly. So I don't see why SIX cannot be the single source of market data, data coming from the market, from the issuer perspective.
So you're maybe saying that maybe some providers will augment some of their data from other sources and perhaps not getting all from the source, but we're getting it all from the source, and this is very, very key. And also in a timely fashion as well.
Yes. And the timely fashion for that, we are constantly working with our providers, particularly the exchanges and the CSDs, trying to get their machine-readable files so that there is least amount of manual intervention. And hence, we are able to take the data from there, pass it through our processing, where we make sure that the 4i check is done, so that the timeliness, accuracy is, well, one aspect is timeliness, the other aspect is accuracy. So you want to make sure that even if you're getting it from the exchange, it's got all the data points that the client would require to process corporate actions. And we do all that processing and we just pass it out. We don't hold back any information till the record is completely cleared out. We put various flags to let the client know that this is preliminary information or this is completely validated, completed information that we are providing to them. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, there we go. My first comment talking about just a basic exercise is certainly not. And I presume in 2024, especially with what you said about T+1 being even more timely, it's going to be absolutely crucial to make sure that there is a provider out there like us who can really provide accurate information, timely information, in order for the banks to really continue to do their core business.
Absolutely, and also specifically in 6, we have offering our delivery at every 15 minutes, so it's near real time. And I think those of our clients or our future clients, they should definitely look at that, our offerings which are near real time from a timeliness point of view, because they'll get updated data every 15 minutes. That's the fastest they can get, especially in a T+1 environment where they will need to process faster and faster. So in order to process faster, you need the data available faster. And that's pretty much where we are already geared up for supporting our clients in that space. It's just a case of them switching from once in a day, twice in a day, or 3 times in a day to moving on to a more frequency of data update.
That's fantastic. Yogita, that is so interesting. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll hope to see you again soon.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Cheers.